Hey everybody, it's Jason with the Board Game Mechanics, and today we're going to take a look at a game called Mountains Out of Molehills. Mountains Out of Molehills is a game from the Op Games. Plays 2 to 4 players in 45 to 60 minutes. What's the ages? 9 plus. I played this with my 7-year-old and she grasped it, so, take the age range with a grain of salt. And effectively what you're doing in this game is you are taking control of a cute little mole miner. Look at this guy. He's adorable. And you are digging underground to push dirt above ground to turn molehills into mountains. Hence the name. Effectively what this is a card drafting game and program movement game where you're trying to program your movement to move around in the dark because moles can't really see that well, so they need to know where they're going before they start moving. That's what the game is. Let's go down the table, see how it does it. Alright, so here's a game of Mountains Out of Molehills, all set up for 2 players. So to set up, you're going to basically build this awesome 3D board here. This is the bottom of the box. You're going to put the underground board inside based on the number of players. So the smaller grid, which you see here, is the 2 players. On the other side, it's for higher player counts. Put in these cool pillars, and then put the above ground board up here, which also has a small grid because we're playing a 2-player game. Then each player is going to put their mole in one of the grid spaces, facing in a direction they want to move. So red is going this way, and they're over here. Yellow is over here, and they're moving that way. And then you're going to put a molehill right on top of where they are because they've already started digging. Then each player is going to get a 1 or a 2 marker in a 2-player game. This means they're first player, second player. And then we're going to flip 5 cards per player, and those are going to be the cards they're going to be able to draft from. So this game is effectively a drafting game and a programming game. We're trying to draft cards to help our mole move to make some molehills into mountains. Hence the name of the game. Now the way that's done is we're going to draft 4 cards. Each player is going to draft 4 cards. Then we're going to program those cards to be the actions that we're going to take that round. And then we're going to score points based on what kind of dirt pile we have up here. So let's go ahead and start. So red will go first. And I think I'm going to take this because this is an important card. Okay. Then it'll be white or yellow. They're going to take... Ooh, that really boned them. They're going to take the rock. I'm going to take the 3. They're going to take a 2. I'm going to take a... I can't turn that way. Yeah, I can. I'll take this. And then they'll take this one. I'll take this one. And they'll take this one. All right, so now that we've drafted, these 2 cards are going to hang out because they're going to be part of the next display. Then we're going to program our movement. Now the way that works is we're going to make a stack of the 4 cards, and based on the top card going down is how our mole is going to move. So let's see, what do I want my guy, which is right here, my little mole, to do first? I think what I want to do is I want to turn left. Then I'm going to do this one. Nope, I'll do this one. Then I'll do this one. Then I'll do this one. All right, we'll see how that works. Then when you're done, put that on top. This player's going to do the same thing. What do they want to do? This isn't going to go very well for me. They're going to go this way, rock. Okay, done. They're going to go with this. They don't have any good cards because I took the only turning card, which is a problem. All right, so these are in them. These will come out next round. Let's keep those over. Let's put these up here so you can see them. All right, now, starting with player 1, we're going to flip a card and we're going to take the action. So player 1, which is red, flip, and they're going to start off by turning. And they are going to just turn their mole to the left. Okay? Then the next player, they're going to do the same thing. They're going to flip a card. And they're going to move 2. 1, 2. All right, this is not good for red. And then they're going to put mole hills where they moved. So they moved two molehills. Then red is going to move two. Red cannot move because white is in the way. And then we got white. Rock. They're going to put a rock down. And I think they're going to put a rock. The way the rock works is you're going to put a rock on the grid. And then you're going to roll the die. So they put a rock back there in the corner, roll the die. If someone hits that rock, they're going to have to turn right, which is stinky. All right, my turn. I'm going to turn right and move one. So I get to put a molehill up there. Next player is going to move two. They can only move one because they've reached the end of the grid and they didn't turn. So they'll put a molehill here. At the beginning of the first round, a molehill can only be 2 pieces high, which is, that one's capped out. The next player, they're going to move 3, so they will move 1. They hit the rock, so they have to take the action of the rock, turn, then they can't move anymore because they're at the wall. So they get to put a molehill right there. Then the next player will flip, and they get to move 2, but they're stuck at the end, so they can't move. All right, and that is that. Now, at the end of the round, you're going to do some scoring. There's scoring at the end of every round. The way that the scoring works is you're going to score 1 point. You're going to score for every molehill or mountain that you have a token on the bottom of. So in this case, 3 for white because they have only 1 level, so white would get 3 points. Then red would get 1, 2, and this one's worth 2, but red controls it because they're on the bottom, so they would get 4. So 4 for red, 3 for white. And then you're going to look at whoever has the most pieces on top that you can see, and they get to choose the turn order for the next round, and I think they want to go first. So they will be first, this player will be second, and these cards come back in and we'll flip. So let's play through one more round and see if we can see everything now. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so white gets first dibs. They want to take, they really need to turn around. So they're going to take this. Okay, they take that card. I need to do a U-turn as well, so I'll take that card. Then red wants to go 3. I'm going to take a 3. They're going to do this one, so I'm going to show you that. So I will turn, do 3, and then I need to go left, so this one works. They're going to take this one, and I'll take this one. All right, so these are still out. These are out for this round. All right, now same thing, we program our movements. I'm going to focus on red. So red, first thing they need to do is they need to do a U-turn. Then they're going to move 3. Then they're going to turn this way, so left, then they'll move 2. All right, then they're done. Let's program for white. So white needs to do a U-turn first off. Then they're going to move 1, move 3. No, yeah, that one's fine. They'll topple, then they'll do this. All right. And then they're done. So let's put these up here so we can see them. And 1 gets to go first now, so white is first player. They'll flip, and they're going to do a U-turn and move 1. So they U-turn, move 1, and they will put a new piece right there. So in round 2, mountains can be 3 high. Then it's red's turn. They're going to do a U-turn and move 1. So they do a U-turn, move 1. And they are now right there. Okay, back to white. White is going to move 3. They can only move 2. 1, 2. And they will put 2 pieces up here. They're really stacking up some points. 1, 2. Then red will move 3. They can only move 2. 1, 2. Another U-turn. That would really help red out. Then white will do a topple. All right, so white's going to topple this section here however they want to. Now when you topple, That's what this card is. When you topple, what you're going to do is you're going to take this and you're going to make it fall one direction. So I can make it fall this way, this way, this way, or this way. And I think what I want to do is I'm actually going to topple it this way. So we fall down, the bottom piece stays in the square it's on, then the other pieces will spread out. Should it fall out of the grid, the pieces just get returned to the player. Then this player will move turn 1 and move 1. And then they are now, that was a well thought out plan by the first player because now they get some extra points here. And then white will move 1, they can't. Red will move 2, they can't, so that's where we are. All right. Now, same thing, we bring in the scoring card. We'll score again. So white will get, red will get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points. White will get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points. So these get 7 points, so we'd have 2 rounds worth of points. Then we'll look and see who has the most on top. So white has 1, 2, 3, 4. Red has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they get a determined turn order. They're going to be first player because that's definitely what you want in this game, to be first player. And you'll keep going. Then you're going to keep going like that until the end of the 6th round. You'll do one more scoring, and whoever has the most points is the winner. I think I showed you everything. I showed you all the movement, the rock, and the toppling. And yeah, that's it. So that is how you play Mountains Out of Molehills. Let's go up to top, see what we think about it. All right, well, that was Mountains Out of Molehills. So first, let's talk about the components. Look at these things. These molehill pieces are incredible. They stack up nicely. They're easy to tell the different colors apart. They look awesome on the board. The molehills are nice acrylic pieces, gorgeous. These are just the 2 that I was using today. Awesome pieces. The rock die is customed. It shows, you know, different directions that you're moving. Not like engraved, but still nice. Cool little rock cardboard piece. I like it. The board is cool. I'm not going to show you that because you already saw it. The 3D part looks awesome. I'm a big fan of gimmicks, so no surprise I like that. Cards are easy to understand. Turn left or turn right. Make a U-turn. U-turn and a movement. 2 movement in the direction that you're going. Just easy to understand. The only one that I think is the trickiest one is this one, the topple one, but again, it's in the rule book. And so is the rock. The rock's in the rule book as well. So if you have any questions, I mean, just look in the rule book and you'll be able to see those. But again, the card has a big rock on it. You should know it's something to do with the rock piece. But yeah, all the production is top notch. Insert's really nice. All these can go into the insert in stacks of 10. And then the pillars for the board go on top, keeps it in place, which is pretty neat. So let's talk about the gameplay. So like you saw, this is a drafting and program movement game where you're trying to get cards, the best cards that you can from the cards that are on display, to move your mole in the direction you can to get more dirt up above ground. Because you're trying to get dirt, big piles of dirt, the mountains, and you're also trying to get your dirt on the bottom because that's how you control the mountain. The tricky thing here is sometimes you don't get cards that you need. Like you saw in the preview, the overview that I did, I had 2 cards that I had to move forward. I couldn't turn. I couldn't move forward. So I just basically stood there for 2 turns. When I was playing with my daughter, there were no turn cards, and I was already in the corner of a board facing the corner. I couldn't turn. So I spent my whole round just playing cards that did nothing. I took a rock, moved the rock around, tried to block her, but I couldn't do anything. So bad card draws could really do you in here. But on the other hand, you get that perfect hand of cards that just works. That's really fun. So it is random. It's got the random deck of cards, which always, you know, can make life a little bit tricky. But, you know, if you're fine with maybe having a round or 2 where you can't do anything, but having a couple rounds where you're doing some awesome stuff, then I think you'll dig this. So this is a fun game. I'm probably going to keep this around to play with my daughter because she really enjoyed it. It's not the deepest game in the world, but it looks awesome on the table and it's fun. And at the end of the day, games just need to be fun. And that's what gaming is all about. So that was Mountains Out of Molehills from the Op Games. I'm Jason with the Board Game Mechanics. And as always, keep gaming.